the matter with particular regard to the redesign of currency is a judicial matter as it is, having been taken to the Supreme Court by some of the governors. And that matter is being considered for determination by the Supreme Court. But then, notwithstanding the fact that a matter is in court, it is not out of place for the parties, particularly the parties of interest, to consider and do the needful, if the need arises, which may eventually translate into either the discontinuance of the action or perhaps filing of the terms of settlement or reconsideration. It is all about Nigeria, it is about Nigerians, and the government is for the people and meant for to serve the people as well. So the essence of the Council of State meeting today is first to have an informed opinion, to have an informed appraisal of the situation at hand, with a view to look at it in the direction that could be beneficial to the system, beneficial to the government. But fundamentally, what the Governor Central Bank did was to present a concise position of things, both in terms of merit and demerit for the consideration, within the context of advice, for the consideration of Mr. President, and for the understanding of the council members in advising the President accordingly. So what I'm saying in essence, the presentation was elaborately made by the Governor of the Central Bank, and then with that in mind, the council members profile opinions that will, at the end of the day, be considered by the President with comprehensive consideration of the judicial issues and then administrative, legislative, and indeed executive issues into consideration. But the fundamental thing is adequate presentation was made, which presentation was intended to inform the opinion of the President, which will indeed be factored into consideration for the purpose of arriving at a speedy determination of the issues and taking a position that will be beneficial to the nation and the Nigerians as well. Be rest assured that, Mr. President, the decision will be guided by the interest of Nigerians and the welfare of Nigerians at large.
We took presentation from the chairman of INEC, who assured the Council of State their complete readiness and their state of readiness to ensure that the two elections of 25th February and 11th March, they are fully ready. He's given assurances that everything that they require, they have. And even in places where there's been a few disruptions, that they are convinced that they can bounce back. And specific mention were made of one or two places where they said they've recovered and that they've given the country assurance that everything that needs to be done to have the election at the set date are on track. And they thank both the executive and the legislature for supporting them, and that Nigerians should be well assured and should be well put at rest that the elections will be held, and they're ready, to do everything possible for us to have an each-free election on the 25th and on March the 11th. And similarly as well, the Inspector General of Police, working with them, also gave further assurance that they are also ready, they are equipped, and they will give the INEC all of the support that they require to make the election worth the while for all Nigerians to be able to participate in.
Basically, what took more time was that of the monetary issue because of the hardship of money in circulation across the whole state. But generally, the views across board is that principally the policy is accepted. Just like any new policy or any new change, at the beginning, people resist it, even though it's good. But generally, it's accepted. But the major issue across board from all the states and most of the speakers is that of implementation. And so many views were proffered, particularly that the CBN governor should look into making sure that money is available, the new money is available in quantum. And there were suggestions too that if the new money is not in a circulation or printing them could be difficult, the old money that hasn't been changed could be recirculated and pumped into circulation to ease the tension, particularly for the poor people in our society who just need a little sum of money to buy their food, buy their drugs for daily basis, and they cannot even afford it. So the pains and the sentiments across the country were being expressed by different governors, my colleagues. And I think collectively, all these ideas, Mr. President was president, is to go and to provide solutions and advices to Mr. President. And he was there physically, he was present, so I'm sure that after this meeting, a lot of things will be done, particularly in easing the monetary tension in the society.